Hi there. I'd like to show you how the Corso tool can back up your OneDrive for a single user or for multiple users. So let's go ahead and get started. So this video assumes that you've already done the initial configuration of Corso and you're able to initialize a repository. If you haven't done that, check the quick start guide and the instructions down below. A couple of previous videos shown running a basic backup. We're going to run a backup, list our existing backups, and just look at what's inside one of them. So let's get started. We'll do Corso, backup create, OneDrive, and we're going to create this for a single user. Now you can use a wildcard here. And if you have a small install, that'll probably run fine. If you have a whole bunch of users or the users have a ton of data, it may make more sense to batch up those users. Or in this case, we just want to back up the data for a single user. So we'll go ahead and give that user email. And this will run very quickly, much more quickly than a first run for three reasons. The first, there's that first run, is because we've run this backup before, so there will be some incrementalizing with this backup. There's also deduplication, and because this is a demo OneDrive account, I have uploaded the same file several times, so identical data deduplication will help us a lot. And then finally, I am running this backup to a local S3 bucket that I'm running with MinIO. If you want to see how to do that, we do have a separate video tutorial on running local S3 buckets. But Corso backs up to any S3 compatible storage, so as long as it is S3 compliant, it should work just fine. Okay, so now let's look at all of the backups so that we've made. So let's do Corso backup list, and we want to see the ones for OneDrive. We'll get a list here. Formatting here is not great. Let's go ahead and do this in a slightly more widescreen view. So apologies for the tinier text, but list OneDrive. I assure you that on your own view it'll look fine, but you know, limitations of YouTube video display. But this will give us a nicely formatted list. See, it's nicely spread out. So now let's dive in and say what was backed up for a single user. So for that, we'll do Corso backup details. And again, this is for a OneDrive backup, and we'll give it a backup ID. So we'll grab one of our backup IDs here. Okay. And that'll give us the actual files. Again, this is very quick because it's just a demo and it is running on a local S3 bucket. But we get back a list of both our files and what path they're in, what owner, and when created and modified. And you can actually run requests to that to say, hey, I want to list just things that were created after, before certain times and modified as well. You can also view by folder, and you can do restores by those parameters as well. I'll do a later video showing those restores and selecting out a single file to restore or multiple files. But yeah, thanks for checking it out. Again, do check out the quick start guide down below if you want to use Corso for the first time. Thank you so much for checking it out.